Tech Snippets Today with Joseph Raczynski.
All right, we have Michael Jung today, CFO and Head of Global Business Development at DeepBrain AI. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to this conversation. So let me tee this up and then we can dive into some questions that I know people really want to hear about. So in today's episode, we're diving into headfirst into the tangled web of generative AI, deepfakes, and their potential to upend what we know as real these days. So with
Right.
stakes higher than they've ever been before, uh, I'd love to hear about your ideas as we start to think about you as a leading voice in the fight against AI-generated misinformation. So I'm seeing you that you're going to guide us through how some of the cutting edge deepfake technology that's out there right now is working to sort of outsmart the smartest of bad actors, flagging the fakes, so to speak, before and also fooling the masses because there's a lot of that happening right now. But it's not all about technology. It's about trust and how we can safeguard democracy as well as other institutions that are out there, about free speech and keeping that intact as well. So first and foremost, I would love to understand your background and what led you to the journey of generative AI and understanding how deepfakes work and the technology to detect these types of things.
Great. Well, my name is Michael. As you just introduced me about me, like I'm the CFO and head of the global business development. That very interesting role that doing. I can see my money coming in and where my money's coming out. But hopefully later that I can have these separate roles. Someone's can taking over some one part. Yeah, I mean, the DeepBrain AI, we start our company as a chatbot, and later we build the voice synthesis and then the video synthesis. The journey that how we pivot our solution is because we wanted to enhancing our conversational solutions, and we were the first company to develop the video, text-to-video solutions that you can input the script, output the video, and also cloning a real person to avatar. We were very lucky that, well, first of all, our company was started in Korea, and we got heavily funded from Korea government. They also see the potential, like the text-to-video solutions can be really great tools that can support many the users. They can create the video without filming a real person, for example. The journey that we build the defect detection is, this is really interesting story that we have created the Korea president before he was a president. And and we support them to do the election campaign. But the
Wow.
other hand, it was kind of frightened that someone can hack the system and also can create that person of the videos, just input a script and creating the videos. So on the other hand, we also got funded that they want us to build the defect detections, that there must be some tools that can check whether this is a fake or real. So that was kind of background journey why we also built the defect detection. So we have two tools. One is supporting the people to creating the videos or integrating with chatbot that avatar can have conversations. Like, can you imagine me, you're seeing me right now on the screen? Who knows, like I might be an avatar, not a real Michael, for example. But the other hand, like we also see nowadays so many scammers, for example, like so easy to create the personal voices, just 10 seconds recording voice, for example. Even right now we are talking and I just can't make it one voice data and I just can't create your voices and I can do as scam. For example, I can call to your mom and asking for emergency help, for example, right? And also
Right.
that could happen to video things too. So we also build a solution because the AI is a great tool, for example, but we also seeing that we don't want to be misusing and abusing it to using the solutions. So that is kind of background. We also build defect detections.
Really interesting. So you actually collaborated with the government, the president of Korea?
No, actually not. It's not collaboration. We actually, the political party was our client.
Okay. Okay. So, all right, I got it. That makes a lot of sense. Um, where do you see us right now in terms of the overall space? Like, is it at a point where people are truly believing these avatars are that good, or are we just before that? We're actually not at the point where, like, you could actually tell for the most part that things are a little bit off right now, but are we a year away from it being super clean or less?
Super clean. I mean, if they don't give an attention, most of 99%, they will just see that as a real people, that a real person is on the TV or it could be on videos.
So,
Our eyes is not going to be distinguished that they can tell that this is avatar or this is the real person.
so how do we distinguish that going forward? How can we trust things?
So this is actually really a little bit deep dive to explaining of the technology, but I will try to explain really easily. So if we first you have to understand how we can build a text to video solution and text to speech. So everything, if we want to clone a personal voice or cloning a person of people, a person, is everything is based on the voice data and video data. So that voice data and video data, we do machine learning. For example, the video, we do machine learning of lip syncing, how the person moves their mouse. We move our mouse to say that sound, no matter that language it will be, right?
Right.
So, so once we build the avatar, our ultimate goal is we don't want to film a real person to create the videos. In the other hand, when we wanted to make a defect detections, we do, well, this is a little bit too much little secret, but like a little bit high level, we do data labeling. That data
Okay.
labeling means that we labeling that this is the real video and this is the fake video. And then we merge that one data set and then we do machine learning. And then AI can see that, do machine learning analyzing, they can see really small, tiny pixel. They can see this is the fake or this is real, for example. And then we also need more data. And we also collect the data from many social media channels. And we also do the data labeling again. And then we set up the threshold that maybe could be 40%, 30%, or to 45%. And then the AI that based on the large data, we giving the result that could be over 45%, we say fake, below 45%, we say is real, for
Wow.
example.
Wow.
But the defect detections currently is really new technology. Can't just be giving the just right answers that it could be fake or real. We're just giving the probability what will be.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So, are you using GAN, so adversarial network?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So that's what your primary machine
yeah,
learning. That makes a lot of sense because you're basically taking two different subs and they're going at each other and they're trying to figure out what
right,
is right, what is wrong, and how do you get
right.
closest to the thing. So okay, it's fantastic. So, but how are people able to determine, like, if you have before an election, let's say there's an election coming up in
Hmm. Hmm.
um I don't know, in France right now,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
you're trying to determine someone launches something a day or night before
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
election happens, and it's clearly fake
Right,
about what the one of
right,
the persons that's running is saying.
right,
How do we combat that? How do we stop that? Especially if it's becoming so good that you really cannot tell
right,
if it's real or not.
right. I mean, actually, we can't combat. For example, it's just someone, unless they don't post it on the social media channel, we won't not gonna have chances to see that videos. And then unless that we don't use the defect detection solutions, we will not know whether that is AI or that is the real videos. So it's gonna be just for protecting that's not gonna be widespreading that videos to scam to peoples
Okay.
at this moment.
Okay. So that's that's nerve-wracking for a lot of people, I'm sure. But if there is time, how quickly can your technology flag address issues that if there's given a little bit more time, how quickly can
Mhm.
that happen?
So first of all, we can't prohibit it that user like creating those deepfake video or deepfake voice, right? And but the first is all the generative AI solutions company, like who providing the text to video solutions or text to speech solutions, they need to do more the content moderations to protect their platform, that not misleading those user creating the always say like it won't, it's not illegal, but
Okay.
like the content that not getting approval from the real person to creating that one, for example, that is first have to be prepared. But somehow there are some platforms that can create it, right? There are also many open sources they can create the deepfake videos and deepfake voices. What we currently advance are deepfake detections, for example. We currently providing auto-crawling detection service. What does that mean, auto-crawling detections? Let's say, Joe, like you have high chances that many people want to make your deepfake video or deepfake voice. They're gonna post it with your name. Joe said this. Joe talk about that, for example. Then uh we find the users made the video was posting with your name. We crawling to our platform automatically, and then we do analyzing, and then we giving the result that this is a fake or real. And the client of the customers or users, they can see the fake video and they can click it, and we provide where that original link is
Wow.
was
Okay.
posted. And then the user can see that and they can report to each social media channel that this is the fake video and this is my evidence, so please delete it. So that we have advanced our solution platform. But the
Wow.
first, of course, that all the generative AI solutions, so especially like deepfake, I mean, we don't say deepfake platform, we say generative AI video solutions tool or text-to-speech platform, for example. They also try to be more sophisticated to protect it, that user not making those misleading informations like the content. But somehow, well, in our system, it's pretty not easy, but there are so many open sources, they can also create it some way of the deepfake voices and deepfake videos.
Really interesting. So do you think we're at a point where known trusted media, maybe it's like the Associated Press, or
Mhm.
I don't know, we'll just make up some things, just throw them out there. I'm not trying to be political at all, but like the New York Times, the Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, that now it's almost more important that people get their information from organizations like that because hopefully they've somehow vetted it rather than
Right,
a random link that pops up.
right. So in that cases, frankly, I also think those social media distribution channel also have to be prepared our solutions. So user, before they posted it, something, for example, that could be, because as you know, like if you watch YouTube videos, there are so many AI voices they
Yes,
creating with the videos
tons.
because it's so easy.
Yeah,
We do mistake. When we do mistake, then we have to retake again. But AI is really obvious. Input a script, you will get the output voice or output videos.
yeah.
But the thing is, what I also thinking that is those social media distribution channel also have to be prepared that are kind of our solutions that before the user uploading those contents, they have to use our solutions and they can see the result. This is AI or this is or is this the real fake or real? Let's not say fake or real. Let's say it's the AI or this is real. Then they can show the sticker mark on the videos and the audience on site, they can see that this is generated AI videos or AI voice, for example.
Really interesting. So I've been following this space for a long time and testing things for ages. So way back when, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would train my voice. It would take 2 hours, 4 hours, 10 hours
Right.
to be able to replicate it, and it still wasn't that great. It was good, but it wasn't great. And now we know, yeah, under 10 seconds it could be
So
done
10 seconds,
much,
like a
much
cherry bomb.
faster.
Yes,
Yes.
of course. Yeah,
Um, and I've used other tools out there like HeyGen or whatever the case is
right,
to replicate things. And I know that
right,
sometimes you could do things on your device, could be on your phone,
right,
could be on your computer,
right,
but you can
right,
also go to studios. Have you gone down
right.
that road where people are able to go to specialty studios to even more enhance that left, right look of full body?
Well, currently we have 12 TV stations using our solutions that AI
Wow.
anchor delivering the news. We were the first company that did the AI anchor. And especially entering the media space is the most hardest market is because they only just look at the avatar quality.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm telling you that most of the normal people, if they don't giving really too much attention for them, it's so hard to distinguish that as avatar or as a real person. It's already in that stage right now. We also did like celebrities, like the one of the entertainer in here, Hollywood. We also did really famous, like a soccer player for one of our client. They are insurance company, global insurance company. So it's 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 already great tools.
Yeah.
But the thing is our, I mean, AI, well, our solution, for example, when we clone almost close to 96.5%.
Wow. So let me make sure that I understand what you just said. I'm tripping on my words because I was just stunned by what you had commented about. You said you have 12 current um,
TV stations.
news stations that are actually
That's correct.
using, and they're using it as a primary, like individual AI individual doing all the news, or is it a small little bit that that person does or that AI person does?
Actually, they do, like, for example, like highlighted news, for example, before the main shows, for example, a lot.
Where does this go from? That's fantastic, and it's impressive that you all were so far ahead of the
And,
curve in building this out.
and also the US TV station using our solutions too.
Are they?
I can tell you the name, but don't name their name on the podcast.
Well,
But
let's
Fox
hold
TV,
off because this is all, all being recorded. So I don't want
okay,
to put you in that position. But
okay,
it's interesting to know that there are groups out there that are clearly doing this.
yeah. Fox TV
Um,
using our solutions too.
say that again?
Fox TV Texas is using our solutions too.
Oh wow. Wow. So what does the next few years look like? I mean, you think people are eventually just going to be, as it seems like in South Korea, people are like, ah, this is fine, no big deal. We expect that. But do you think that the rest of the world's going to take it the same way?
Same way, 100%.
Okay.
I mean, if you go to airport, you will see avatar. That avatar can assist you. If
Yeah.
you go to bank, you will see like 5 smart desks, the AI avatar providing a service. If you go to department store or shopping mall, you can see the AI avatar. But we also talk to many retail, hospitality customers. They also want to have the avatar. Mostly they like it is because avatar pretty consistently being nice compared to people and
Yes.
human. And
Yes.
the speech to text also can collect the real-time data, what their customer was having to encourage, for example. So that many a fact, of course, it's not just happening in Asia. It's already um, going forward to the US and Europe. And Japan is get started already too.
So I see how this works clearly for news anchors or for maybe politicians, maybe if they
Mhm.
or people that are marketing things, yes. But for
Right.
everyday people, how would I leverage something like this? What would be the use cases that I, as a normal person, would use one of these avatars for?
For I don't think for normal for people, but for example, it's gonna be more easily can do like personal messaging videos.
Okay,
Like we currently making 2 languages newsletter, one in English, one in Japanese. And I don't speak Japanese at all, but most of like we want to make the videos just in case some people don't want to read the whole newsletter. Then we want to make like a short form 30 seconds videos, like what is this month's updates. And if they like it, they can go one by one to bullet point what they want to read more details, for example.
amazing.
So eventually the video is just one of the tool, like how we can get more close to people who what we want to engage with.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and I just got back from Japan for 2 weeks, and I have like 3 words. Beautiful place, but I'm still working on the language. It's not that easy. So I know these types of tools will certainly help going forward, real-time translation and things like that.
Right.
Wild. So what do you see as the next, maybe the last question is the next several years? What does it look like from your vantage point with all of this technology?
Um, Anywhere if you see the screen that could be good fit with the solutions. But the other hand, um, this generative AI solution, especially the video, voice, and image, can be threatened in the bad way.
Yeah.
That is 100% too. For example, like not it's gonna be here, it's not much common in here in States, but many some the country who are really advanced in technology to utilizing for like opening a bank account, all that stuff is going to be more on-tech service. But the thing is, they also can easily create account things too with using those generic tools too. So what I see, the other hand, like many those social media channels, like financial institutions company, I will rather they think they will going to have as a mandatory to purchasing this deepfake detection solution as well.
Wow.
It is like something like very similar to authentic like login solutions, for example, like MFA, for example, like that. I think I think it's both gonna be um will be go more demand. It is the
Yeah.
first time I give you an example, like the first time like when the car was invent in 1900, everything at that time, the transportation system was like horse and wagon. But once the car invent, for example, like it was really great because it was so fast. But at the same time, the car can be as a killer. For example, can have making the people to get killed for the accident, for example. So
Right.
that's why we also build those kind of traffic regulations, traffic systems, transformation system to make the balance, for example. So I think it will go in the same way in the AI solutions.
Okay. One last thing, because you just made me think about it, and I've talked with a few people about this, but I love your vantage point and how you're thinking about it. So one of the solutions that I used to throw out there, though I don't know if it's going to work or not, is leveraging sort of blockchain or hashes to help verify that something is legitimate. It's almost like secure socket. It allows for people to say, this is something that I produced. Here's my
Mm, mm, mm.
signature,
Right,
and stored on the blockchain so you can
right,
verify it. Do you think that's
right.
something that will come along in this
I,
particular space?
I, especially like the celebrities, I think that could be merged with the blockchain and can be more a better way to using in the good way.
Fantastic. Well, this has been wild. Thank you so much for sharing your time. I know that it's late for you in Dubai right now, but I really appreciate it. Thanks so much, Michael.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Tech Snippets Today with Joseph Raczynski.